Hi guys, this is Natalie from Hile Off-Road, where you dream it and we build it. And I'll be one of your hosts on this episode of Chic Chat, a very special episode at that. Chic Chat is the place where we celebrate the perfect fusion of style and adventure. Jeeps have long been synonymous with ruggedness, freedom, and the spirit of adventure. And who says women can't embrace all that and more? Right, Janet?
That's right. I'm Janet with Precision Graphics and Marketing, where you can brand your legacy. And Natalie and I are the B team.
B team, what's up?
The beehive is back today in full force. It hasn't been washed in a few days, so that's why it's sticking up so high. But we have two very special guests here today. We have Keri Porter and Heather Lindvall. They met in 2021 because of their shared interest in off-roading. And since then, their friendship has flourished. And together, as team number 149, decided to tackle the 10th anniversary of the Rebelle Rally. They're participating in the rally for her fourth time. Keri is excited to make the return as a team driver, and participating in the Rebelle Rally for her first time ever. Heather is excited to use this opportunity to combine her love of maps and off-roading. So together they are excited for one epic rally adventure. We are so excited to have you guys here today. It is the final countdown. So tell us, what is the date? What is, for our new listeners, our listeners that don't know much about it, just give some highlights of what it is and why you're doing it.
All right, so we have 23 days left until our official tech, which is October 8th. Yeah, we're in the countdown. The Rebelle Rally is an 8-day navigational rally through the Mojave Desert in the Sierra Nevadas, spanning about 2,500 kilometers. It's anywhere from between 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers. And every day we hunt checkpoints, like little tiny poles and empty bullseyes in the Mojave Desert. So
that's something I was wondering, because I knew about the checkpoints, but I wasn't sure, how does that work? And is there a prize at each checkpoint? I think the prize is finding the checkpoint. Let's be honest.
Yeah. It definitely makes you feel good to find some flags or poles, or know that you've hit your Latin long on the bullseye.
And is there, so you can't use your phone GPS. Like, this is old school, if I remember correctly by reading this. This is old school, reading maps and doing the navigation that way. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. It's completely analog, no digital help, no GPS, like you said, no phone. You just have your compass, your map, and your Latin long that they give you every day.
So how does it work with, like these newer, like the JLs and some of the JKs even, they have, the nav included on the dash. How does that work? Like, how do they get rid of that for you?
Go ahead, Heather. I'll let you answer that.
Come on, my Navi girl. Let's do this.
I'm not really sure how they do it because I have not computed. But from what my understanding is, they've covered the screens, and some people have them disconnected at the dealership.
Oh.
But I believe
you do have to have your GPS disabled if at all possible. And if it's not possible to disable the GPS in the vehicle, then they do cover your screen and anything that references, navigational directions or whatever. So
this is serious, very serious navigation. Yes.
So is it on the honor system? Do they have cameras inside the vehicle to watch what you're doing? Or is it just, hey, like Scouts honor, this is what we're doing and we promise to do it that way?
No, it's pretty legit. They have a tracker on your vehicle that keeps track of where you're at all times. So while you may not know where you're at, they certainly do. And they do have random inspections.
I was wondering. So I was like, what if someone gets lost? Like, what if they don't come back? Like, how do we send a search party? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, no, somebody always knows where you are. You just may not have a clue of where you're at. But yeah, so you're not totally lost, right? But yeah, so they have, like I said, trackers on your vehicle. They have you wrap up your electronic equipment in non-disturbable tape. And they check that every night to make sure that you haven't accessed any of your forbidden electronics. They also will do random vehicle checks. If some teams are like sporadically doing extra well in a particular area or that day, they might pull your vehicle over for like a random check to make sure that you're not using any outside assistance in the vehicle.
So don't do too good, but still do well.
Right.
Don't be amazing, do just good enough.
Right. Exactly. So is this a timed event every day with the rally? Are you guys doing a rally and it's timed every day? Like what is the goal?
Heather, go ahead.
On your daily. Yeah.
From my understanding is we start with some type of enduro and then we move on to collecting checkpoints after that. I think they have like transit enduros where it may be you're starting somewhere and then you're on the move. So you may have to collect checkpoints in the middle. I'm not sure how that actually works, but.
So we're given anywhere from 20 to 30 checkpoints in a day. And those checkpoints have a different point value. There's like green checkpoints, which everybody has to make it to. There's blue checkpoints, which are a different point variance than green checkpoints. And they're not required to grab for the day. And then there are black checkpoints, which are also a different point variance. And then they have black checkpoints are not marked by an indicator. So you're using your map and your topography and your heading and distance to figure out exactly if you're in the spot that you think you need to be. And then you click your tracker that you have and find out if you're in your spot or not. But there are bullseyes around those black checkpoints of, point allowance. So you get more points the closer you are in the middle of the bullseye.
Gotcha.
So
that's where the points are coming in. I gotcha.
Yeah. And there are open and closing times for each checkpoint every day. So, your earlier checkpoints in the day will open earlier and they'll close earlier in the day. And then your later checkpoints will open and close at different times as well.
Very cool. Very cool. So I'm going to take it back a little bit. So Heather, how did you discover off-roading? What was your first experience? Was it getting your first Jeep? How did you get to where you are now, wanting to be the navigator? What was that first moment that made you fall in love with it?
Well, ever since I went the maps, ever since I went on a road trip back to Massachusetts with my grandparents and my grandpa teaching me how to read the atlas, and you got the big old book and they're trying and telling me all about what each little marker on the side of the road means. I've always had always interests me. And so it was that was where that kind of started. And then I always like looking and seeing where, when we're going places and finding different interesting things to, along the routes. But then the off-road scene, so when I started dating the guy I'm currently with, he got me into riding four-wheelers. And then I have a three-wheeler, and now I have a pit bike. And so I always enjoyed that. And then I'm like, let's just buy a Jeep. It wasn't really what I wanted to buy, but I was like, all right. Mm-hmm. And then once we met Keri and Paul, and did one of their women's wheeling weekend, and then it was just kind of, okay, let's take the Jeep out. And then
the love affair was born.
Yeah. So now I'm like, my toys sit in the garage, and it's like, man, we'll take the Jeep.
That's so awesome. I
enjoy the AC and heat depending on the weather and not getting dust.
I get that. Out. I always heard, yes, with age comes the cage. So that was always my deal. I still ride my horses and I have a quad, but I really love my Jeep. So,
The older I'm getting, I realize summertime, anytime after June 20th, because I'm in Texas, right? North Texas. Anytime after June 20th and before September 27th, I'm usually not on the trails because it is too hot. The older I'm getting, the worse it is. And then I'm good until about December 15th until about March 1st. So there's a small window of opportunity to go wheeling.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to move. That's a very small opportunity.
Right? It is. It really is. Or I just need to drive, learn how to just drive everywhere and go wheeling all.
Yeah. We got to get you on the East Coast a little bit.
I know. We need to get
or the Midwest, our Midwest. Hey, I just did a Michigan tour, and I was telling Keri, it's so beautiful up there. Like, I see why everyone loves going up there and the wheeling up there. I was not wheeling, but just driving around. I mean, it was just absolutely gorgeous with all those lakes. And, Keri, with Discover 4x4 Adventures, you guys do, is it the shore to shore ride that you guys do?
Yeah, we do a couple of different Michigan events, but shore to shore is like our most popular event. Yeah.
I see why. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just think with all the trees changing.
Yeah, I know, and they're already starting to change right now.
Oh wow,
I'm a little bit worried that we're gonna miss peak by like a week. We'll see.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So Keri, what made you want to get into this? So this is your 4th year. So what made you want to get into the Rebelle Rally and participate in this year after year?
I love off-roading. I've loved off-roading for many, many years, but just the challenge of it, just trying something new. Emily always says everybody can do something for 3 days, but you really don't know what you're made of until you go beyond that 3-day point. So that's why the rally is so long. And I've always liked a really good challenge. So, yeah.
Wonderful. And Heather,
how many days is it? Sorry, real quick. How many days is it again?
It's 8 scored days.
That's right. Okay.
Yep.
And so, Heather, I know we talked about your love of navigation and off-roading kind of brought you to this, but what was like that final decision, that flipping of the switch to be like, yeah, I think I want to do this?
I don't know. Keri wants to drive. I want Keri to be able to drive. And I'm just like, you know what? We tested the waters September of 24, and I was like, I really like this. Like, this is fun to me. So I'm like, let's go. And so
very cool. Yeah.
Things fell into place how they needed to, and we've been blessed ever since. So it's worked out. So
good.
That's so great. So, Keri, you've never been the driver. Is that our understanding? You've always been the navigator on your first 3?
Yeah, correct. I've never participated as a driver. And I'm really excited to do that this year.
Oh my gosh. So so tell our listeners, and honestly, Janet and I, because we just don't know. So I know we have the driver, then we have the navigator. So are you not allowed to blend the 2 positions?
You can if you want to. Some teams do a combined driver and navigator where they switch roles. Heather didn't really have an interest in switching roles. If she wanted to, I would be okay with that. But she's a natural navigator. And yeah, okay. If it gets to be dark, I might need you to drive. My old eyes, oh goodness.
You gotta bust the glasses out, okay? Like, just get them out. So here we are.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Heather's just really natural with the map and being able to transition her landscape outside to what the map says on the inside. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching her be able to master those skills at this rally.
That's really cool.
That is cool. So what is the terrain like? So is it just road, like not even roads, but like, is it flatland? Is it obstacles as well? What kind of terrain will you experience during these 8 days?
So there's a lot of BLM roads, or a lot of what we would call state forest roads. I don't know what they actually call them out there, but like a lot of 2-tracking, a lot of dirt roads. There's lake beds. There are rocky areas that you're going to need to traverse through. There's quite a bit of different terrain. There's silt beds. So yeah, they do a little bit of everything. There's sand dunes. So the terrain changes just as much as our day-to-day schedule. Like our days are never the same because we're hunting different checkpoints from place to place. So
right.
Yeah.
So I guess the big question, we got to know about this rig you guys are going to be in. What are we hunting these navigational points in?
We are driving a 2008 JKU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to the JKs.
We're all JKs in this space.
Yes, right. Yeah. So honestly, I really wanted to participate in my Toyota Sequoia. When I was first considering participating, it's an '01. And I thought it would be fun. It's really comfortable to drive around in. But Heather and I both really know the JKU really well, like mechanically. We both have owned them in the past, the earlier models. So, if things break down or whatever, we have a really good, knowledge base for that vehicle. So, and I feel like the JKU is a lot more capable than the Sequoia is, when it comes to rocky terrain or whatever. So, yeah, so we settled on the JK.
That's really awesome. We love our JKs.
Yeah. We love
Janet,
it.
we actually have an Oscar Mike here right now, and I got all excited. I was like, there's another Oscar Mike.
That's the trim of Charlie. And so, yeah, that's
nice.
Jeep after my own heart.
Yeah.
So what kind of prep is going to go into, these final days, 20-something days that are going into it? What kind of prep are you doing to the Jeep that hasn't been done already just to try to do this? Do you guys have to pack your own food? And how does that look as you're getting into these last few days?
Go ahead, Heather.
All right. For me, because I'm not, the Jeep's not here, I don't have to do anything really with it. I am working on getting up early, and I've been hitting the gym, 4:30 in the morning, just because I know I'll be up early. And so I've been doing that for a while. So I've just getting my body ready and used to little sleep, not as much sleep, and getting my body activated. And then I've been plotting every day to keep my brain going. And even if it's just like I have time for a couple of checkpoints, I'm still doing it. It's getting used to the motion of doing it to get my time down where I'm plotting, under 2 minutes, a plot each point under 2 minutes, So, because there's going to be so many, and then you're going to have all these distractions because people are going to be around you. So I've been trying to do it when other people are around trying to talk to me and stuff like that. So it's been working on all that. We have 2 nights, I think we have to fend for ourselves out there for dinner, but they provide a light breakfast, I believe, and dinner every night. And then whatever we're having for snacks and lunch. We provide food-wise for that. I'm trying to think what else you asked.
I feel like a rough country fridge would be amazing for this event to have in the Jeep. I love that thing. It saved me at Fest, so love that thing.
We will have
a fridge. Yeah, we will have a fridge in the Jeep.
Nice.
Yeah, just for if anything to hold my 3 o'clock like energy kick, caffeine kick. I want it nice and cold. So yeah, we'll definitely have a fridge in the vehicle. But actually, right now, we're ripping out the inside of the interior of the vehicle. I just came in from outside helping. Polly's out there right now. I can hear the grinder going and stuff.
I was wondering what that was.
What is that noise?
Oh, you can hear it?
Yeah. And my mind went other places, not going to lie. Sorry, everybody. But I was like, what's happening, guys? Is that a toothbrush? Or
No, that's so funny. I didn't know you guys could
we're
hear
talking
that.
about what we're packing, so
Yeah, no, that's the grinder wheel. I'm sure he's trying to cut off some bolts. We did notice that the floor pan in the driver's side is crumbling, so he might be out there working getting that replaced. But right now we're going to be we've got some newer JKU seats to put in there because our vehicle's an '08 and the stuffing in the driver's side seat is just falling apart, and the newer seats are more comfortable. So we're going to throw those in there. We've got Armor Light flooring, which is going to go in there, which is one of my favorite installs ever. And then we'll be putting the cargo dog system. I don't know if you know what that is, but that's a storage system. That's a rear delete seat or a rear seat delete. And it holds so much stuff. And then we have 2 drawers that we're going to put in the back, and that'll hold our camping gear in one, and then it'll hold our tools and our mandatory like safety gear in the other. we'll be required to have 2.5 gallons of water per person in the vehicle. So we'll have to, figure out a way to get that in there. We'll have some max tracks with us or traction boards, I'm sorry, in case, in case we end up getting stuck in the sand by ourselves. And there's some other recovery gear that's going to go in there and stuff like that. But really we're just, trying to get the armor light in and get the seats in and get the drawers in and kind of start to see how everything fits, and then go from there as far as where we're going to need to mount things.
Smart. I've always wanted to do the drawer system. Javier and I always talked about turning the red Jeep into the media Jeep, because when we go out on trips and stuff, it's like we need all of our equipment to go in something like that. So Cargo Dog is so amazing.
Yeah. I love the Cargo Dog. I begged my husband for it for like 2 years. I'm very much an organizational person. I like everything to have its place, and I like everything to be put away. But anyway, our kids were growing up and didn't really ride with us anymore. And so I begged him for the Cargo Dog system for 2 years. And he's like, there's no way that's going to hold what we put inside that Jeep. I'm like, trust me, it'll fit. It'll fit everything in there. And we did. We took 3 totes. We used to carry 3 totes that we would strap down in the vehicle. And we emptied those totes into the Cargo Dog, and we had room for more stuff. So
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That was like a win on my side right there, Like,
absolutely. Probably you should have listened 2 years ago, buddy.
Right. So he actually, he was converted. He loves the system. It actually has the armor light on top, which is really nice. It's very durable. Nice. You can get it with either carpet or the armor light. And I just love how durable the armor light product is. So I've got that on top, and excited to get things organized. Like, that's my jam.
So I was special enough to be graced with your guys' presence up at ForFest a couple weeks ago, and got to see the wrap. The wrap looks absolutely incredible, and it's very similar to what's on your guys' apparel right now. Love the wrap. So who did your guys' wrap? Tell us who did that.
So our wrap was designed by Jared at Shop Overland Apparel. He actually does all of our apparel for our business and for our team. Anytime I need a sticker design or anything, Jared's always helped me out with that. So he designed the wrap, and then a local guy, Mike with Diamond Vinyl Company, stepped up and wrapped the vehicle for us, which is really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love the top of it. The top, I didn't even think about doing something like that, because all those aerial shots you guys are going to get. And that was a really cool, neat thing to see. I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. So very, very cool. Very neat design.
Yeah. Thank you. I really like how it turned out. I think it looks great.
It looks really sharp. We'll make sure we put it up on the screen, because it's going to be on YouTube, guys. You can check this out on YouTube, of course.
Thank you.
So we will make sure to get that up there. So tell us a little bit more about your guys' sponsors, because sponsors help make this dream become a reality, right? So tell us a little bit more about your sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. So our main sponsor for the event is my business. I don't know what else to say about that. Like, it's just my business.
Discover 4x4 Adventures. So much fun.
I guess. Yeah, we're Discover 4x4 Adventures, and so our team name is Discover 4x4. We host 101 and advanced training classes for off-roading, and we host adventure trips throughout the country. Our next partner is Spicer Parts, who we've partnered with before in the past. They're local to us, and we love the Spicer products. So it was awesome when they asked to step up and be a part of the team. All right, Heather, your turn.
You're perfect. The billboard.
Yeah.
Keep it going, girl.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. We got Fab Tech. He's down there.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
RPM.
So FabTech and Dirt Logic is our suspension. So we'll be running the FabTech 2.5-inch lift with the Dirt Logic bypass shocks, which I'm super excited about. It feels kind of stiff right now, but we still have all that weight we're going to put in the vehicle. And I went, when we were up at ForFest, I played around on the track, just doing some high speed, like driving.
I was wondering if you did it. I wanted to get out there so bad, and I couldn't. That track. Janet, the track that's my favorite part about Hollyoaks is the track.
Yeah.
Like, it's so
the
much
track
fun.
is fun. Yeah, the track is fun. So I went out and played on it to see how the suspension handled, doing some high-speed driving in the dirt, and it handled really well. So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
And then RPM Steering is our steering sponsor. I love RPM products. So we have, Cargo Dog. There we go. 4x4s LLC is a small shop out of the west side of Michigan. He's supported some of our, he's always supported our women's events, and then he stepped up to support the team. He was actually the first person when we announced that we had registered as a team. He was the first person that reached out and said, hey, I want to sponsor your team. So that was awesome. And then Deer Off Automotive Services, he's out of the Youngstown area or Boardman area. And John has been with us John is one of the people who got us into off-roading, and so it was just awesome when he stepped up as a sponsor as well. So,
that's super cool.
And we have plenty more, but I don't want to. Yeah, there's a lot. So we have been very fortunate to be able to have so many partners, and honestly, our community has been very helpful. We did a fundraising event using the Rebelle Rally offers gift certificates that you can purchase on their website for your team, and honestly, yes, thank you, Natalie.
I was so excited.
Yeah, so
every little bit helps.
Every little bit absolutely helps. Going in August, going into August, we were so busy and so slammed. I'm like, how am I gonna fundraise this money for the rally to kind of finish things out, or how am I going to get another job to pay for it? You know what I mean? There was still a lot of expenses going on. And so the fact that our local community really just stepped up and took care of that for us is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. That is really awesome. So I'm on the Rebelle Rally site right now, and it has an option. Oh, you can't see my screen, but it has an option for live tracking. So is there a way once this starts so that we can see where you guys are and how you're doing, and how do we go about entering that in the website, just in case our listeners want to check this out?
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. I want you to help us.
Okay, so I'll give you the download. The Rebelle does email updates every day, so you can get on their email update list to get those. They do 2 live shows, one in the morning and one in the evening. And those are really fun to watch. I love to watch the morning one because it tells you the course for the day. Emily goes over the course and tells you where they're going to be traveling and what they're going to be seeing. And she'll give you a heads up about any surprises that the teams may not know about, or whatever. So the morning one is really fun to watch. The evening one can be fun, and it can be it can be hard to watch because sometimes it's been a soul crushing day for all of the teams, and they come in and you can tell that they feel defeated. So you really kind of get the feel of the emotional side of the rally when you watch the evening episodes, which is really fun. And they do have live tracking. As you pointed out on their website, you can also download the YB Races app and watch the live tracking. And you can follow your favorite teams. You can pick who you want to follow. You can follow everybody. Once you kind of get the hang of it, it is kind of addicting, especially if you know that the team is close to their checkpoint, but they keep they're not nailing it. They're screwing it up. Yes. You can see that. So you can totally see that. Which is kind of funny. You're like, oh no, they left, or when they don't make it in time, you can see that too. You can also rewind a day and kind of watch it in high speed to see what they did if you missed what was going on or whatever. So yeah, the tracking takes a little bit to get used to, but once you figure it out, it's really fun to follow along. So,
oh my God, I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun.
I'm going to have to set a reminder on my calendar so you'll be like, oh, I got to log in and start tracking them so we can check y'all's progress.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. I love this for y'all because I am the opposite of Natalie. I can't find my way out of a paper bag. The hospital I went to today to go do training, they tried to send me directions and they were like, oh, just go to the 5th floor next to the nurse's station. I was like, no, I don't think you understand. I need somebody to meet me at the front and walk me to where I need to go. Because I will end up in some secure area that I'm not supposed to be in. It's just the way it is.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I think it takes two of these people. The one that can't find their way out always meets the person that designed the paper bag, and so it always works together that way.
It does work together. I got you, Janet. You can be the driver, and I'll be the nutty nav.
Yep, just tell me driver passenger. Let's just go.
Right. Is this a foreshadowing for 2026?
Oh boy,
gosh, I need a whole lot of
talk show. Come on, Tony. I know you're listening. Let's see what we can do.
Let's do a Jeep talk.
Right.
Come on, Hile.
Come on, Hile.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Gear vehicles. Awesome. I think a gear vehicle needs to be out there. So we'll see. I've been bringing it up a little bit. Not gonna lie. It's we will see. Stay tuned.
I think that would be awesome. I'd love to see that.
That blue one I had, that would definitely be the Rally Jeep, the blue one that I have right now. So she would be great.
Yeah. Is that a 2-door or a 4-door?
It's a 4-door.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
It's a 4-door.
And the hydro blue, that's one of my favorite colors.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
That and the Earl Grey. So I love the
Earl Grey.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, so if they offered a 392 JT in the Earl Grey,
ooh,
I would that would be my jam right there.
I'm gonna sell it all. I'm getting it.
Up now.
Heather, what's your favorite color? What's your dream color?
Well, I really like my Jeep. It's the
that's okay. What color is it?
It's, let me think of the color code. It's green, but they didn't make them very long. It's like the army green, not the new one.
The one.
Yeah,
it's a hunter green or like an evergreen. It's
yeah.
They didn't make.
I
they didn't do that color very long. They switched to a different green shade, but that's one reason I haven't gotten rid of my Jeep.
It's the only reason she hasn't gotten rid of her Jeep. She will die on that color of that Jeep. I'm like, girl, you need to sell your Jeep and get yourself something with some lockers, and because it's just a sport.
Or just upgrade that one.
Yeah,
you need some G2 axles. We got you.
Right.
She needs
the Fathom Blue is my other one. That Fathom Blue is like, oh, I dream about that color. I love it. That's a hard one to find, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes,
which
the dark gray has my heart.
Is it the Fathom Blue? What year did that come out in?
It came out in 2020 for 2024 and 25. They only made 200 JLs and 200 JTs in that. We ended up scooping one up in Cleveland. Is it the
really dark blue, like with a matte metallic fleck? There's one in the neighborhood behind me. I really like that color. Yeah.
AMW built a JT and bobbed the bed in it. I think they're keeping it. I think they had it for sale, but now I don't think they're selling it anymore. And we ended up building a gear in one. Brunswick out of Cleveland said, here, take this and build a gear out of it. And we were like, oh my God, do you guys realize what this is? This is the Fathom Blue. Yeah. So I do have one here in the Cincinnati metro area ready to go. So I'm like, can we just buy that one?
Yeah.
Mike?
Can we just keep them all?
Right. They're all like my children. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Jeff Pratt from JPP told me, he goes, Natalie, you cannot be married to these vehicles. I said, I can't help it. They're like my kids. Right. That's sad.
Yeah. I always say they're like little lost puppies.
They are.
I would take them home and love them.
Yes, and upgrade them and make them big and love them.
Yeah.
So, Keri, when is your next Discover 4x4 Women's Wheeling Weekend? Since this is Chic Chat, we love to talk mostly about the women, but we do love our men that support us and stand next to us. But what about that Women's Wheeling Weekend? When is our next one?
Thanks for asking. So our next one is in November, the first weekend in November, right around the same time as SEMA. I know, but it's the only weekend I can schedule it. We're headed to S'more.
I understand.
S'more is one of my favorite parts. I love
You should totally join us. You should totally join us.
I need to get a trailer before then.
No, drive it there. We have mechanics on staff. So, and we have, my husband comes and we have a couple mechanics that come and they cook dinner for us for the whole weekend and do a great job of that. And then we have a beginner and intermediate and advanced group. And we keep in mind that everybody has to drive home. So we're not it's well calculated risk. It's not let's be stupid risk. So Yeah,
You protect the investment.
Yes. We do drive with our vehicles in mind. So, yeah, but we have a great time at S'more. I love that park. It's super clean. They do an awesome job keeping up on the trails, and the cabins are super nice. We rent all the cabins out, and those are really nice too. So
their campsites are impeccably maintained. Their bathrooms are clean. Like it is a pristine park, and it is so much fun. I went out there last year, and it just happened to be while the Northern Lights, you could see them that far south, but you could only see it on your phone. Like my daughter saw this haze of like a pink in the sky. She's like, "What is that?" So she put her iPhone on night mode and did the long exposure, and there was so many colors. It was amazing.
Awesome.
So cool.
We went on, it was a weekend in May, and it was like graduation weekend and Mother's Day weekend. So we were the only people out there. And so Luke, which is one of the guys that works there at the park, he was like, "Well, can I just ride with y'all and tell y'all where to go?" And we're like, "Yes, we want some gnarly obstacles. Lead us, let's go." And so he went out with us and showed us.
So where did he take you?
So I think the main one, I don't remember what the trail is, but the obstacle is called Rocker Knocker. And I was on 35s back then. And
Heather's like, "Yep."
Yeah, she's like, "Yep." And so you have two options. The bypass, which looks terrible. The bypass, you like go up and around the rock, but you're like pitched off camber a ton. And so then you have to go over this rock, but it's like only one side. And I got turtled for a little bit because I was only on 35s on a 3.5-inch lift. And he got me through it. He can spot like nobody's business. And he was just like, "Do this, do that. Let's go. And he got me up and over. That man is amazing. I hope he's still there, but he's a lot of fun."
Awesome. Yeah. That's a fun obstacle.
Yeah, it really is. It's a great park. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah. Awesome.
Welcome back in November.
It's on my bucket list, ladies.
Natalie.
Well,
I know.
You don't have to go to SEMA.
I know, right? Or the meet and greets at the same time this year. We've been able to finagle it around it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's okay. I'm going to figure it out. There's a red-eye flight coming in. We'll see.
We need 3 Natalies.
Sometimes, yes. So the gear vehicles will be at SEMA again in a couple different booths this year. So
nice.
Pretty
That's
excited.
Exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. There might be a Warren debut. Little. Put in some spice in here in this episode.
She's leaking some tea. I feel.
Yeah,
I know. I see that.
Tea, so I'm going to spill just a tiny. So
there you go.
We'll see where we land on that.
Foreshadowing.
Wonderful.
I can feel Javier staring at me right now. So sorry. What's a pie, buddy? So, all right, guys. So the biggest question is, how do we find both of you on social so we can keep following the adventure? Heather, we're going to start with you. How can we keep up with you? How can our listeners follow and keep up with you?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Under Heather Lindvall. I think you can find me that way both ways. My Instagram, I know, comes up as Miss Hedda. Because that's how, the preschool, that's how the kids said my name, and it just kind of stuck. So I just kept it, and I never changed it. So, but
that's awesome. And Keri, how can we find you, babe?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Keri_Discover 4x4 Adventures on Instagram, and just Keri Porter on Facebook. You can also follow my business at Discover 4x4 Adventures.
Does your guys' team have a page or anything like that?
No, it's highly suggested that you make one, but honestly, like I struggle enough maintaining the social media that I have. By the time I answer all my emails and plan all my trips and everything else that I have to do on the computer, social media is just a little bit overwhelming for me to keep up with all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it simple. People know me. They know my business. So I'll just keep it simple.
Absolutely. Team 149, right? 149.
Yeah. 149. Yes. Yeah.
149.
I know. I'm so excited for you guys. I will be live tracking you guys, and I work from home, so I can just set it up right under my computer monitors and be watching y'all as you go through the races.
I'm going to broadcast it in the library with everybody. So we have a big TV in here. I can't wait.
That's perfect.
I am in the library today, hence my very interesting background. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Also known as the media center. So what were the librarians? The lights are off. I have a really cute like little lamp, like, you know.
He just
Yeah. Oh,
you
very
need this
nice.
hairdo and the glasses.
And guys, you know, you can always find me at gypsy_JK_red 4x4, the longest name I did for Instagram possible. And of course, Gear Vehicles and Helped Off Road. Janet, how can we find you?
You can find me at charlie.jku on the Instagram and the TikTok. And then, of course, Precision Graphics and Marketing on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
And Tony, we thank you so much for having us all on. I know you're listening, and you can find all the latest episodes of Jeep Talk Show at xjtalk.com. And you guys will be seeing this one later on today, actually, because it's Monday.
Oh, wow.
And that's when Chic Chat comes out. So very exciting.
Yeah.
And one more reminder, Keri and Heather, what day is the first day when the race starts so we can keep an eye out?
So tech is October 8th, and then prologue and transition is October 9th, and the first day of scoring is October 10th.
Wonderful.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you both already, because honestly, you've already won. And for us, so we are so excited, and we are cheering you on from Texas to Ohio and beyond. So congratulations.
You have
guys.
all of our
Thank you.
support.
Absolutely. And you are an inspiration to us all. You really are. So thank you.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Well, that is it for this episode of Chic Chat. Sorry, guys, we can edit that. But we hope you've been inspired by the stories of Keri and Heather, the insights and tips that they shared today about the epic Rebelle Rally. And remember, there are no limits to what you can achieve when you embrace your passion and fiercely chase your dreams. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the Jeep Talk Show so you'll never miss an episode or Chic Chat. And remember to embrace the thrill of the off-road, embody your own unique style, and always keep pushing the boundaries of what you thought possible, because anything is possible. Thank you guys again.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Broadcasting since 2010.
You're my friend. You're my new friend.